And so the saga continues. Hey everyone, this is Kevin the Apptrepreneur, and I didn't think I'd be doing an update video on the whole viral hog situation, but it turns out that I might not have that video restored anytime soon. And that is completely because of a new thing that YouTube is doing that, in my opinion, exists to protect the people who are abusing the copyright system. Now, for those of you who are not sure how the copyright system works, I'm going to simplify it as best as possible. But basically, someone says, hey, you are stealing from us. You are using stuff that we own. Therefore, we are going to claim your video and we are going to monetize it. I say, well, hey, yes, I'm using your stuff, but it is a commentary. It is a news story. It is transformative. It is therefore fair use. So no, you don't get to monetize a video. They will usually then say, okay, we are forcing you to take it down. Video gets taken down, I get a copyright strike. This is part of the course. This has happened to me a couple times in the past. I deal with it. However, there is one more thing that usually happens. I always see an argument through to the end because I know I'm right. When I use a video clip in a news article and I discuss it, I know that I am in the right to use that clip. I am in the right to discuss that clip, especially since I am using it under fair use and it is transformative. Well, I always basically argue it until basically the company who is claiming me has no choice but to sue me, which they will not do because A, they don't have a case, and B, it's not worth their time. Well, this new element, this surprise element has come into the copyright complaint mix that is kind of shocking, to be honest. And from my perspective, it is completely in favor of the big corporations and the big people who don't want to be criticized and want to have more control over your content and what you can and can't say on this platform. Now, instead of saying, okay, you've copyright claimed me, you've struck down the video, I've gotten my strike, you know what, hey, I am going to argue this again, and you either have to prove that you plan to sue me over this, or you have to leave me alone. Instead of doing that, now, when you write a counter claim, someone from YouTube reviews it, and they decide whether or not they think that's a valid reason to submit a counterclaim. I was very surprised when I got this email. Dear Apptrepreneur, thank you for your counter notification. Unfortunately, it's unclear to us whether you have a valid reason for filing a counter notification, so we won't be able to honor your request. Counter notifications are only used when content has been removed as a result of a mistake or misidentification, which may include exceptions like fair use. Keep in mind that using this process may result in the claimant filing a lawsuit against you for copyright infringement, so you should evaluate your legal position before filing a counter notification. Which, my video is fair use, and I obviously evaluated the legal position, and I have before against Viral Hog. So, what you can do now: ask the copyright owner for a retraction, or simply wait for your strike to expire. Well, retraction's not going to work. They're not interested in that. If you are sure that your video has been misidentified as infringing and are willing to possibly defend your claim in court, you can resubmit your counter notification. Be sure to explain in detail how you have all the necessary rights to the video's content, which is interesting because I did that the first time. So, but I'm more than happy to do it again. If you don't know or want more information about copyright, please visit our help center. You may also wish to ask your legal counsel to determine if your video infringes on someone else's copyright, the YouTube team. Yeah, so basically, YouTube has now added an extra step to preserve your free speech rights, your rights to talk about things, to comment on things, for me to run my channel. Now, I've decided to do two things in this particular situation. First of all, I have resubmitted the counter notification. I basically copy and pasted my last argument, except I added extra sentences in there so that it looks way more detailed than it needs to be. But okay, bottom line, it's a clip, it's a news story, it's transformative, it's fair use. I have the right to do with that as please. So I'm going to resubmit that counter notification. Already have done it. I will resubmit it as many times as possible. And I am re-uploading the video, link below, on a Vimeo account. Viral Hog probably won't go for me there, but yeah, you want to watch the video in question, that's where you go. Now, here's the other thing that's kind of concerning me, though. I'm kind of wondering, though, like when it said, if you are sure that your video has been misidentified as infringing you and are willing to possibly defend your claim in court, you can resubmit your counter notification. Now, my question is, like, is this it? Like, does me submitting this counter notification again mean that, yes, now they have to either sue me or leave me alone? Or do we get into this little dance where basically YouTube decides whether or not your argument is a valid argument? Because you know what? Here's the thing. The reason this works, or at least the way I was understanding that this works, is that YouTube has a very hands-off approach. Yes, they will issue the takedowns. Yes, they will issue the copyright strikes. They will do all these things. But if the creator is adamant, absolutely adamant, that they have the right to use those video clips, YouTube says, okay, goes to the original person, hey, dude, out of our hand. You either got to sue them or you got to leave them alone. I mean, I thought that was how this worked, that YouTube had a hands-off approach, but they have essentially taken an extra hands-on approach, saying, like, now they're getting to decide whether or not you have a legal claim. YouTube stays out of this process for the most part. That's why they don't personally get sued for this. But now it seems like they are inserting themselves as a middleman, and I don't think they should be doing that. But that said, I'm going to keep you guys up to date about this one. We'll see if this actually goes through, because it's going to be really annoying if YouTube is like a barrier. It's one more barrier, and you know that most people at YouTube, I doubt a human is actually reviewing these things, especially since, this channel is not big enough to, warrant human interaction from someone on YouTube. But that said, would like to know what you all think about this. Comment below, like, favorite, share, subscribe, and as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.